Hi, welcome to Challenge Course Outfitters. I wanted to take an opportunity today to have a quick discussion about carabiners. I'm up here doing an inspection on the course. You can kind of see the old course behind me. This course is actually going on 30, well, it was built in 1999 originally, so it's 27 years old. I think that's right, yeah. It's up there in years. But what I wanted to do today is I wanted to take an opportunity to talk to you about carabiners. And the reason I want to talk to you about carabiners is I was at an inspection last week in another state, and I ran into some carabiners that the guy just bought, and they were not up to standards. So he did not realize that when he bought them. I'm not sure where he bought them from, but I just want to take an opportunity to kind of talk to you about what standards you should be using, and this is on challenge courses only. Okay, challenge courses, cope courses, any of the challenge courses, aerial parks. What should you be using for standards for carabiners? So the carabiners that he bought were copies of old Big Jakes that were once made by Omega. They're now made by another company, but they do not have any stampings on them or any ratings that shows me that they were tested and that they meet our current standards. So current standards for carabiners, and I will place an article on challengecourseoutfitters.com that helps explain what the standards are for carabiners on challenge courses. It doesn't matter if they're aluminum or steel. Okay, aluminum carabiner, a screw lock carabiner should still have the same types of standards or same standards. It's not going to meet the same standards because the steel ones have different standards, but the aluminum ones still have to meet certain standards. And the standards, it should be stamped on the carabiner of whose standards it meets. And like I said, I will put on Challenge Course Outfitters the standards that they meet. This has CE on it, so this is CE certified. Tells you who it's made by, Cypher carabiner, tells you the strength of it. Okay, 23 kilonewtons, so that's over 5,000 pounds. And it says it is CE certified. It has a CE number on it. So that carabiner is good and can be used as long as it's being used in the appropriate way. Okay, trying to get a steel one off my harness here. So here's a steel one. Okay, this is a Kong carabiner. Now, excuse me. The Kong carabiner is, this one's pretty old. This one's been on my harness for a while. I've been using it a lot. That's why it has my colored tape on it. But this carabiner has to meet certain standards. Now, Kong has exceeded most standards. They test each piece individually. It's one of the reasons we sell Kong carabiners. We really like Kong carabiners. So, but I don't know whether you can see it in the top of that. It has the standards that it meets. This meets NFPA, which is one of the highest standards that a carabiner can be tested and approved through. CE, UIAA, those are some of the other standards. Like I said, I'll place in our website the standards for carabiners and what they should meet. So if you're buying carabiners that do not meet these standards, they're not going to pass an independent or a third-party test from an act inspector or anybody else, or at least they shouldn't. They should not pass. So you're buying brand new carabiners, make sure they're what is going to be needed and approved for use on your challenge course, climbing wall. Now, the carabiners that are being sold that are made by people that are not certified, does that mean they're not good carabiners? No. They could be made very well, and they could run all kinds of tests in-house, and I personally would use them to go rock climbing. If I was taking a buddy of mine going out to go rock climbing, I would use those carabiners without a worry. However, for our industry, for challenge courses, climbing walls, we have standards that need to be met. So make sure that you're buying quality equipment that meets the standards so that when somebody comes out and does an inspection like myself, we're not failing them, and then you're, with 50 carabiners that you just bought, not able to use them. Make sure you know what the standards are. Like I said, I'll put a article in challengecourseoutfitters.com that will kind of explain this a little bit better. It'll tell you what the standards are and what they are that need to be met. Okay, remember to climb safe. Have a great day. Hi, welcome back. I just wanted to take a quick moment here and try to give a t-shirt away if I can. So I wanted to just add this to a video that we're doing and say the first person that can put a comment below this video about what is the problem with the picture behind me, I will send a free t-shirt, a Challenge Course Outfitters t-shirt. So I'll add this to one of my videos. So all you need to do is tell me what's wrong with the picture behind me. It's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory if you know challenge courses. So, and I put your link in there, and I'll send you a free t-shirt. All right, remember to climb safe. Thanks, bye.